Okie dokie. So, um, last time with this Naruto A New World Tsume edition, um, Tsume went to do the quest for, or the mission that was given to her by way of Mitsu to do recon in Holio. Or Holio. Blah, blah, blah. Say it right eventually. Or not. So, you went to Holio to do recon, but not before you passed by a massive frog that had jumped way high in the air.
Toad.
Or toad. And as you did not want to be too distracted from that, you continued on with your mission, made your way to Holio, met with the Kage and the new Kage, because you got there just in time to see a festival where there was a sort of passing of the torch, so to speak. And you got to see the tailed beast that is inside of every Kage in my world.
One of them.
Well, yeah. You got to see one of the tailed beasts that is inside of all of my Kage of my world. And, you got to see it basically transferred from one Kage to the next. As the older man was stepping down from his seat and passing it on to someone who was much younger and much more able-bodied, as it were. Especially considering the tailed beast that they have, that particular tailed beast definitely wants an agile and well-kept body to maintain, because he's a bit jumpy.
Right.
He also likes to play practical jokes, and he can't really do that inside of an old body. Anyway, so, as it is, Tsume is still in Holio, and her mission has succeeded. She reconned, she learned what the Kage had learned about Mitsu's own activities in the Azagiri, and she also met a ninja from Garokotsu who appeared to be very large and very square-shouldered, but the only reason he was square-shouldered is because he was wearing a big trench coat covering an essentially square aquarium on his back.
Yes.
And in meeting him, she realized that he was not near as the strong, silent type as he seemed. He was actually somewhat talkative.
Yeah, he was.
A little bit too much, because he eventually got contacted by what appeared to be his teammates, and Tsume
basically told him to shut up.
Yeah, Tsume heard him getting berated by his teammates.
Yeah, and then Tsume was like half tempted of going and telling a guard, be like, hey, you guys have some spies here.
Yeah. But then we meet up with Tsume the next day to see what she decides she's going to actually do.
She is probably going to get out of town now.
Because she has already got her mission and everything.
Yes. Probably like go out the village and stuff, and then she'll probably like look towards the mountain or something where the toad was, and just sit there and be like, yeah, why not? And possibly head over that way, because she's a bit curious. She's done with her mission, so she can like go be curious.
Let's see, Nepari is the continent you are on, yes? Yes.
Yes.
And it was established, though not very well, that the frog, or toad rather, that you had seen jumped from the mountain over here to the forest down here. Because it's relatively the closest. He didn't go all the way over here or up this way.
Yeah, so really gotta head down this way. Yeah, probably head down. That's
You have control. You have control of your token. Yes.
Boop.
Yeah.
I was trying to get the boop.
Right. Because now, are you? Because that's still not like any kind of short distance. That's a pretty fair.
Yeah, she'll be using dash and stuff.
Dash and quadruped and all that other stuff.
Yep.
And then you get to the edge of the forest pretty quickly, and without making use of very much chakra, because it was established before, though not very clearly to you at the time, that you have a means of travel that is very energy efficient. So when are you going to? How are you going to actually approach and go into the forest? Are you going to continue at your huge run and just blaze on in, or?
No, I think she's gonna drop quadruped and dash, and then just keep her speed ranks and just like kind of move through quickly, but still like slow enough that she can actually see what she's done.
Right.
Actually, see if she misses anything. So.
And are you going to like move silently or hide or stealth or whatever?
Yeah, pretty much stealthy.
Alrighty then. So, in that respects, roll for me, move silently, and hide. Which I think you have.
6 and a 6. They're both 6s.
Alright.
I have both.
So both +6.
That is hide, and that is move silently.
Alright. So a 9 and a 17. I am going to roll the thing right quickly. Where is... Holy crap. Anyway. I was looking at the... I'm actually got the Toad Gamabonta's sheet up, and holy crap, his jump.
Yeah.
Which I guess makes sense. Whoa.
Yeah. I think that 10 was his jump?
Well, no, the 10 is his, that's his listen and spot. To see if he hears/sees you coming, which he very clearly does.
Yes.
Alright, so...
I think I'm trying to be stealthy, but...
Not really.
Like, I'm making all, like, I can just imagine just like a little fun character that she's making all these, like, kind of ninja moves, like, da 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 da. Like, Mission Impossible, like, really stinky, just like, ha. I'm just going from place to
clearly
place.
Not working.
Yes.
It's almost, but not near as bad as humming your own theme music.
Yes.
Alright, so we'll get to that, but that was just a sort of preemptive for once he notices you. But he's not going to notice you outright. Roll for me a... You're going to obviously see him, because him trying to hide among the trees, yeah, that ain't happening. Actually, what is his hide, if he has one? He does not have one.
Yeah, he can't hide. Because he's big.
Yeah, he's kind of huge or something. Well, actually, he's not even huge. Bear in mind, you do not want to fight him.
Of course not. I'm just checking out what's going on.
Yes. So... Yeah, he's not able to hide, so give me a... but do give me a spot check.
7. Give me a 7 somewhere. Great.
You might want to roll your bad rolls out.
Yeah.
Do your whole customary rolls of annoying.
Oh, okay, so I got decent on those. Great.
Alright, so, Okay, with a 10, he's sort of in the way because he's so big. But you see him, obviously, and he is talking when you approach, talking to someone, but someone who is clearly in front of him as you're approaching him from behind. But because of his huge size, you can't really see who he is talking to. So
He's
he
gonna
is.
stop. Just kind of sit there, go behind a tree and just sit there and kind of peek out and just her hair is just watch.
Yeah. So he's basically, look, I know you're not worried about it. I know you say your brother's going to be fine. So what? We got to make sure that we are protected. You heard what's been happening with the other portals, haven't you? And you hear a voice that is not as big and gruff and brawly as his is. Yes, I have. But you can't see who it's coming from. And then he continues with, I come all the way out here just to let you know that you should probably warn your brother because something's gonna happen. I know it. Come up onto chill. It's fine. My brother can protect himself. And if he can't, he can just summon one of you. That's what I'm afraid of. And then that is when this big huge toad sees you.
Turns around, just boom, boom, boom.
And
so I'd be like, oh!
It should be noted that he has... I don't know if you remember all the specifics on Gamabonta, but he has... he's basically a very, very large, colossal-sized toad. And has... What is his weapon? He has a weapon on his back, typically. Yeah. He has a short sword.
Oh. Okay.
But it's a short sword that's sized for him.
Oh.
So it's a colossal short sword.
I take it we kind of locked eyes. It's oh.
Yeah. And he
I'm not hiding well enough, am I?
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
He's... No, you're not. Can I help you?
I'm just curious. I just saw a giant toad jump yesterday, and I was just seeing what's going on.
Do you have... Mr. Dude, do you have a... what you call it? Sense chakra or seed chakra or anything of the sort? No, you do not. Okay.
Really? They don't have sense chakra?
He doesn't. Some of the others might, but he doesn't.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he might have some moves that could do it, but I'm not going to bother to look up his moves because his moves are in Japanese.
Alright.
On the list, because I didn't actually look up his moves beforehand. He's a toad with three taijutsu moves, so
Oh. Eh.
figure that one out. So, he just sort of locks eyes with you, and you're being stared down by this big, huge toad.
You having problems with the portals?
He blinked.
She's actually gonna move out from behind the tree instead of just poking out from behind it.
There is... looks back to in front of him, and then what appears to be like an older man, probably 50s, 60s, not entirely sure. He's very old, but he looks to be pretty well still, strong and muscular. About the only way you could tell that he's an older person is because his hair is gray and balding on top, and he has a very long beard. He's also dressed in a very sort of robed fashion. For all intents and purposes, he looks very much like a sage.
So I'm just gonna sit there and wave. Hi.
Hello. You were just curious, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
Gamavante here is not very good at hiding. Hey! You can't.
Don't jump so high.
You're a little too big for that. As he looks up and sort of just pats Gamavante's leg. Fine. It's fine, Gamavante. She looks peaceful enough.
Thanks.
He just sort of gives you this like harsh stare, and he's I don't know, out here all by herself, little kid.
Excuse me, I am a ninja. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I can tell. I heard you coming a mile away.
Then why did you continue saying instead of continue your talk before telling us that? Hush.
Don't mind Gamavante. He's just a little rattled right now.
Yeah, I know, I would be too.
And he sort of pats Gamavante's leg again, and he's just, go home, big guy. And Gamavante actually rolls his eyes, which is amusing. And then, and he's gone. And just for the sake of saying it, I'm going to roll his jump.
Yes, I would like to see that ridiculousness.
Holy crap. Whoosh.
Cry.
Yeah.
And that's with the 3.
Yeah. So for those who at home, and for my players from the original group, whenever they come and listen to these videos, Gamavante just rolled a 77 with a 3.
Yeah, that's a 74.
It's plus 74 to his jump. So yeah, he's gone. Just
okay.
Leaving you with the older sage who
Somebody's gonna sit there and be like, oh, that's high.
Yeah. That's why I choose to spend time in this forest as opposed to any other Gamavante or any other frogs or toads can come and visit if they so wish.
Because the trees hide them? Just because it's close.
Do what?
Like, is it because the trees can slightly hide them?
When they hunker down, yes. Plus, toads aren't generally the tallest creatures, so most of his size just comes from girth rather than height.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I've seen big.
He does, however, and he sort of looks to the trees that have been sort of disheveled from his departure, and he does, however, leave his mark.
Not very stealthy.
No, but as he said, neither were you.
I was trying, thank you. Usually I'm really good at this.
I would hope so. Traveling around by yourself. Unless you have a team waiting outside the woods.
I do have a team, but they're not outside the woods.
And he sits. He just sort of sits down, cross-legged, very sort of sage-like, and just sort of closes his eyes. And you see that as he's sitting there, there's like this. It's you. You are not the type of person that generally sees chakra, because you don't have like sense or see chakra or anything of that nature. But you do see a definitive blue, like strong blue chakra, just sort of radiate off of him, and then all the trees just sort of form back into their original sort of canopy instead of having this big gaping hole from the frog.
Oh, that's cool. How'd you do that?
Eyes still closed, he smiles, very in tune with nature.
So I take it Mr. Toad is your summoner.
That is one of mine, yes.
Oh. Interesting.
I suggest you continue on with your journey here.
I haven't heard any troubles yet, but before I go, what troubles at Portos have you heard?
According to Gumboat, there are many portals around that have been hijacked, so to speak. 3 have became completely unusable. Aside from this includes
Like the rabbits.
Yes. And later you are a summoner as well.
I gave it away.
Not many people know of what happened to the rabbit realm, save for other summoners, unless they're from.
Or we met a giant rabbit person.
Last night.
Yeah. My team's trying to protect her, so.
See. You say your team is not near you now? Type to go wandering on. I'm sure you have your summons to protect you.
I do, but.
It's not my business to pry into your affairs.
That's fine.
He
actually.
He actually then begins to actually flute.
She like tilts her head and be like, okay. I just had it in my head of what to say.
Sorry.
She's gonna ask if he possibly knows if there's any way to like restore realms from being kind of corrupted.
You asked it specifically like that?
Mm-hmm.
I suppose powerful enough chakra, powerful enough person, perhaps could restore it. But I don't think it would be back to its former glory at all. Leastwise, all the creatures that existed there prior would need time to return.
I'm trying to help the rabbit, and we kind of made a promise that we would try to see if we could fix her realm.
That would be very difficult considering the state of her realm now.
Right. She's like starts looking through her bag, and she has a piece of paper that has like a summoning circle on it, right?
Yeah.
Right. Could you take a look at this and tell me more about this?
Which summoning are you showing him?
Oh, it's the one that's the returning one. I guess.
To Mitsu's lair?
Yeah. Yes.
He looks over it. Looks like when I open it, he is still floating. I am mostly closed.
She's just gonna like hold up the image for him and be like, here.
That is the summoning circle for the rabbits, I believe.
Okay, so her hideout is in the Dfatman. Okay.
You haven't been with Mitsu, have you?
Sadly, she kidnapped us.
And you're out?
She sent me on a mission to go. Yeah. To like a recon. You know about Mitsu, don't you?
No, I've heard. If I was to get involved,
Which I'm not expecting you to involve or anything, I just wanted to know what it was. What the problem, so.
if I was to get involved, things would not end well.
Why?
Mitsu has some very destructive allies. If you can call them that. The Azagir are not as well-oiled a team as the others out there. But they are all powerful. And he's saying all powerful as in all of them are powerful, not they are all powerful. If you catch the difference there.
Yeah. Okay, would Tsume know anything about sages?
You know your aunt, which is like what, 2? 1?
That's the one, but hold on, I have at least streetwise. Darn. Okay. Yep. Nope, I know nothing about sages. Well, that one question that she wanted that I was going to have her ask is the window since she knows nothing about sages.
Yeah.
Like, as she doesn't like know that there's actually a thing called a sage.
5, I'm going to say you have heard of what, just with a 5, you have heard that there are these types of ninjas that are extremely powerful, something like he might be, but as far as what they're called, what they're actually capable of, anything of that nature, not really. But you do have something in your head that might match what kind of person he is if you wanted to outright ask something along the lines of, what kind of ninja are you, or something.
Possible. Oh, that's the thing, because her next question is probably going to be like, do you know anything about chakra affecting things? Like chakra being affected by seals.
He is silent as you ask that. I knew already that you were working with Mitsu before you even said so. Gamabonta didn't, because he unfortunately cannot sense chakra, but her chakra runs through you.
Yes. I just...
If you want to become powerful, there are no shortcuts. You have to take time. You have to learn balance.
Balance. Why do I have to learn balance?
If you're not in control of yourself, you can't maintain control of the world around you. As he's speaking, he has like one hand that forms like fire, and he, with his eyes still closed, holds his hand up towards the canopy that he had just fixed. But you see that his fire, though it's touching, doesn't affect the trees at all.
Oh. That's cool. That's really cool.
Just be careful.
Last thing before I go, can this mark be extremely dangerous to me?
It can. But if you maintain control of yourself, it won't be near as destructive as it could be.
Well, thanks. Just kind of like bow, I guess, and then start heading out of the forest.
Alrighty.
When she gets on the forest, she's actually gonna sit there and not use the summoning return yet, but she's going to attempt to summon one of her summons.
She's actually going to summon one of her own?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you don't have a specific summon that you can summon other than Kabatora.
Yeah, I want to attempt to summon someone that can actually, knows information. But I don't know how well that's going to work. But she's going to
You could roll summoning. I mean...
Yeah. Small purpose of
You have a +3 to summoning. How do you know that?
Yeah, since I'm on that, so that's a ninjutsu. Ninjutsu is a 12 plus a 3, so it's 15.
15, and then...
DC of 21. I'm gonna try action like that. Yes.
Okay. So, so roll for me a D100.
No bonuses?
There's no such bonuses to that.
70.
What is it? 70.
It's 70.
Okay.
Nope.
But you do summon a tiger.
Like, can you speak?
Or she rather, I'm just gonna say she. She appears and just sort of looks around and then looks at you. What did you need?
Question about somebody else. Have you guys been having any troubles at your portals?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I know other places have, but not ours.
Alright, thanks, I just want to know if you guys were having any troubles or not. See how things were going there.
We keep to ourselves pretty effectively. I think it's many of the pronounced summoning worlds that have been targeted. We seem to go under the radar, at least that's what Miyoki says.
Oh, hopefully. I mean,
and then she sort of looks around and, don't you usually have a team?
well, I do, but things happen. I don't know if you guys can actually do that. Huh. Is there ways that... Yeah, so I was gonna ask, is there ways that you guys can actually talk to, like, other summons? Like, across, like, different kinds of summons?
We know of each other, and some summon realms have alliances with each other.
What about...
Mostly due to proximity. These summoning portals are connected to... There are summoning portals connected to your realm to allow us to physically travel from one place to the next.
Okay.
We tend to keep to ourselves, as I said, though.
I was just gonna see if you guys could actually, like, get a message to a rabbit summon that's actually out and about in this world. But, I'm not sure about that. Huh?
We'd have to know where they are.
Right. I don't know where they are. Last I checked, she was running off at our hometown. Okay, well, thank you for your help. Tell Grandma I said hi.
She smirks at that. Yeah.
There we go. And now Tsume is going to do the reverse summoning thing.
So you were going to use
the vial, the return scroll with the vial that she gave that was labeled or something that says return home or something.
Yeah. It is the vial of blood that is not marked, that has It's basically the vial of blood that was to allow you to return home.
Sit there and do
Because
that.
as was established previously, you were given 2 vials of blood, one that would allow you to leave and one that allowed you to return home. And the one that allowed you to leave was actually Mitsu's blood.
Right.
So.
And so she's gonna sit there and return back to report in.
I'll let you take a 10 on it just so you don't have to worry about it. I don't wager Tsume is very eager to go back anytime real quickly.
No. No, she's not.
So she very carefully spends time making sure she gets the scroll and everything right, and then just...
Yes.
Alright, let me remove you from this map so that they don't come back and be like, wait a minute.
Oh, there she is.
Poof. Also, just so that you're aware, you know where it is, but no one else does. Boop.
Good.
So, yeah, that. I'm actually impressed with myself. I have animals to imply summon portals all over the freaking place.
Yeah, I know there's like the forest up north where she like summoned it at was like lizardmen or something.
You mean that one?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, there's one over here in this forest, there's one down here, there's one in this forest over here. Come on, Pink. There's actually one in the water way over there.
Oh. Okay, wow, okay.
Yeah, there's a summon portal in the water.
Fish.
Because there are aquatic summons.
There are.
Yes. So, pop you back to Mitsu's lair. So you just sort of poof, and then...
Ah, to the front. Basically near the front door.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess Jimmy's gonna go try to Miranda about taking her time, trying to find Mitsu. Well, of course she's gonna go check her lab.
Actually, roll me a D100 again. Call high or low.
Let's go low. No. Damn.
Okay, never mind then.
What?
I was basically going to see if you had some sort of encounter with other people as you were making your way to Mitsu's. And I was using that as a means to do so. It was like, she calls low, she gets it. She calls high, she gets it. Or, call high, call low and get high and you don't.
Yeah, I see. Okay.
Alright. So, yeah, you don't really see anyone out and about. Of course, if you slowly wander the halls, you do see the rooms with the people, and they're still sort of dark, so you can't really tell. But you do know you passed the one that you were sleeping in prior, and the one that has the guy from before that's still in the back. Which is technically this one over here, like the only one with 2 beds.
Yes.
So, you find her, and she's in her lab, and she appears to be, brewing something.
What you doing?
In amongst all her alchemical crap.
So she's gonna be like, what you doing?
Yeah, so she would have had to have been started making this thing forever ago, because the brewing time in for the death god pill is 2 weeks. Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's nothing compared to some of the other ones. But still.
Right.
This is why Kelson didn't make them. He instead bought them.
Yep.
Anyway. So, yeah, she, is basically, spending her time with that, and at first she doesn't even really hear you come in. But then when you speak, she's, oh, you made it back.
Yes.
How did it go?
Boring.
Didn't get distracted by anything.
Nope.
And what did he know?
Just knows that some portals are being attacked. There's still some kidnappings going on. But mostly it's more like, okay, out of character, I think this is what I remember from, because I can't remember all the details.
Right.
Here, make it easier. I just basically spew. Tsume just, like, gives the information she found from the
Right, yeah.
Kage.
So she doesn't hide anything that the Kage said that he knew or anything like that. She just tells her.
I'm hiding the fact is that the torch was handed down to the younger Kage. And then,
Right.
No, I'm hiding that fact.
And also hiding the fact you spoke to a toad sage.
Yep.
Alright. So, she nods. Well done. So, are you ready?
For
The next step. You read the book, right?
yes, but I'm not very good at scientific words.
I wager you didn't get into any combat while you were traveling, but my seal on you is a source of power.
Oh, yes, I figured that much. I got the gist of it. I just don't know what the next... exactly know what the next step is, that's all.
The next step is here, and she presents a fairly decently crafted pill medicine, essentially. The next step is here. It will alter your body slightly and allow you to achieve new and even better power. And will also send you back to the dreamscape.
Is there any way I can hold off until I come up with something? So I still have my promise that I need to keep. I've yet to figure out the way.
Give me a spot check. I tell you to roll a spot check and I bring back up the thing and I see you rolled a 63 and I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
Like, wait, how'd you get that high? Nope, it's the 7th. Hey, 19, not too bad.
Okay, so yeah, you sort of out of the corner of your eye see her. She's presenting the pill to you in one hand, and then her other hand as you speak about, you know, continuing with your
I didn't say the
promise.
name. I just said I keep my promise.
I know, but she's smart enough to figure it out. She knows what was said and how you were acting prior, so she just sort of opens or clenches and unclenches her fist as you speak about returning with your promise, and things of that nature. You don't think we haven't tried?
Well, that's the thing. I don't know what you've tried. Since you don't like to be very helpful in information, I have to sit here and go use my simple mind, try to figure it out.
Io has been in there a long time.
I can tell.
If you bring her back now, she won't know the world she returns to.
I already started telling her that the world was different. That some things that have been going on, that
Did you tell her about me?
didn't tell her much about you.
Don't.
You ashamed? What you're doing?
I worry how she will react.
From what she told me, you did it. You were a good kid.
That was a long time ago, Tsume.
If I could bring her back, would you stop this?
You can't. But if you did, yes.
You would.
You can have a sense of motive if you want.
I don't think I have sense motive. I
Listen.
do not. Great.
Nat 20.
15.
enough. Yeah, from what you can tell, she seems sort of genuine. The way her eyes are, like, staring you down, she's very much seems to be telling the truth. Best you can figure with a 13.
Then
Actually, does
I
she have
have your.
bluff?
Oh, he does have bluff.
She does not have bluff.
Oh, okay.
Your old charisma, chickie. This is when you nat 1. Oh, okay.
Ah! Darn it.
Okay.
That was-
So, yeah.
From what I can tell, she seems believable.
Huh?
From what Tsume can tell, she's believable.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I have your promise that you would leave the Oscuro and stop trying to be evil. If I bring her back.
I can't stop what I already am. But the kidnappings and the portal, at least the events concerning me, will be stopped.
Alright.
I can't stop the Ozzy though. Not alone.
I know.
Probably don't even know what they're capable of.
Yeah. So are you willing to tell me what you tried to do?
Everything I can think of.
What?
I sent somebody with her. I put somebody in the same room as her to go into with her. I try to get them to coax her out. It's never worked. I don't think she wants to leave.
She didn't want to leave, but I was slowly coaxing her.
I suppose it's possible. If she trusts the other person. But I don't believe she even trusts me now. Not after what I've done.
What else you have to say?
Just take it. And she, like, hands the pill off to you.
She's gonna take the pill. Just like, hold it.
Need some water?
Have you tried taking her to some really strong medical ninja?
Give me a moment. Chinatsu has done her job. She's the best medical ninja I'm aware of. And she has
Who?
not been able. Chinatsu.
Shinatsu.
Yes.
Is that name familiar to Tsume?
Possibly?
Possibly?
Yeah, you can roll int if you want.
Okay. Hey, +1.
+1, yes.
13.
You remember hearing the name Chinatsu? She was like a very powerful ninja that you, a very powerful medical ninja that she's actually from your village. The name seems familiar enough to you that it's from your village.
Probably because Tsume spent some time kept getting into
Exactly,
like trouble
yes.
and going to the hospital.
Yep. It pretty much seems to me that Tsume is the sort of rambunctious child enough to have to go to the medical ninjas every so often when she's little.
Yes. Like, I've heard that name before.
Of course.
Have you tried a Kage?
It's risky to try to gain power in Kage.
I meant see one. See if they can help. Not
After so,
take them.
after so many years, I don't think they're going to do it well with Tsume.
Okay. Just ask. Alright then.
Whatever you can come up with while it's been tried, has probably been done. But if you say you can get through to her, that
I mean,
might
I
make a
can
difference.
try.
That might make a difference. But you gotta remember, sometimes people's subconscious mind is more in control than their conscious. And if she
Yeah,
really
I
doesn't,
know. I was almost. Yeah, I was almost lit on fire.
she actually kind of smiled at that. You wouldn't have been hurt in there.
Yeah. Still, it would have been unpleasant.
It felt very unpleasant, yes. Smile
Oh.
still on her face.
Can I see your medical ninja? The one that brought me out of my coma? Yes. Do you know where she is?
I always know where she is. And
Right.
she snaps her fingers, and Chinatsu makes her way into the room. I don't have a token for her. Have to get one later. She's over here.
Yeah, she's over there. Okay.
And in her very much floaty sort of way.
Someone's just like looking at that and be like, how can you float? But she's curious because this is the second person she's seen floating.
Yes. She just chuckles and then turns to Mitsu and, did you need something? Yeah.
Okay.
Tsume here was wanting the advice of a medical ninja.
I was gonna make a request, not advice.
And Mitsu sort of waves her hand dismissively and goes back to messing with her chemical crap.
Seriously, how are you floating? No.
Do what?
She's like, seriously, how are you floating?
She just smiles and, I have no need to walk.
Why?
Haven't you ever heard curiosity killed the cat, dear?
A cat, yes.
And what are you? I've seen your chakra, hon.
I'm a bigger kitty.
Cat is still a cat.
So is it bad that I'm asking you how you can float?
It's not something you'll be able to do anytime soon, so I don't think you need to worry about that. Give me a listen check. Interesting. So she moves to look more directly to you, and she just says, I assume you want your medical advice wasn't just how I float. But as she moves to turn to you, you could swear that you hear what sounds like the sort of rattle that you typically are used to hearing whenever Shiori was messing with one of her puppet hands. Is that sort of mechanical sound.
So I was gonna get like a little concerned and be like, yeah, I was gonna make a request for you not to pull me out of the coma, but she's like looking like really like slightly confused looking at her.
Mm-hmm. But what, dear?
Are you actually alive?
Yes. And no.
I swear I just heard puppet mechanisms.
So your request is for me to not wake you from the coma, you say?
I need to get out on my own.
And you are taking the pill?
Yes.
And she turns to Mitsu, who just waves her hand dismissively as if she senses when this lady looks at her. And she's just... Yeah, I know.
What?
The Death God pill is not the same as a coma. from the initial bite. It has its definitive cause and amount of time one is awakened, one is comatose, assuming they survive. Seeing how tough you are, you probably wake up on your own fairly quickly unless you have something to hold you back from inside.
I do. That's why I want to come out on my own.
She shrugs, which, when she shrugs, there is a definitive rattle. Because now she's not bothering to hide it as much as she was before.
Sure. Okay, I guess I would have to roll like an int check to see Tsume's knowledge of like Mitsus and stuff.
Yeah.
About puppetry and stuff.
Yeah, I'd give you a little bit of a bonus because you know Shiori. So.
Yeah, but the thing is, she doesn't know much. She's not like Shiori's not big into puppetry and stuff. But
no, she's not. But I figure that anytime Shiori has just learned something new with her puppet, she's just like, ooh, check this out.
I want to say, what would I roll? Would I just roll in it straight in?
Yeah, you don't have knowledge ninja lore, so.
Yeah, for this one. 15.
What are you trying to roll for precisely?
See if I can tell what's going on with this lady.
I don't wager Shiori would have access to the books that spoke of, like, living puppetry or anything like that.
Out of character, I know it's living puppetry, but super
right. I mean, you know that puppets are capable of taking appearances, but the fifth being, you know that most puppets are much larger and human-sized, and an apt puppeteer would be very capable of, like, guising a puppet to look like something else and look human, as far as you know.
Where's your puppeteer?
She smiles.
She looks at like her, and then she looks at Mitsu, and then looks back at her and be like, I don't think she's a puppeteer, is she?
Looks at Mitsu as thinking she's a puppeteer? No. Yeah. Great. Okay. So roll for me a spot check. You're just sort of looking around, seeing if Mitsu's a puppeteer or if the chick is.
Oh!
How about that? Okay. So, you do see that, you can't really, even with the high roll, you see that he's there and you see that he's hiding rather well in among the shadows, but you can't really get any definitive features about him. You just see a sort of a cloaked figure who's in the dark right around here.
She's just gonna sit there and look at him, but like glare.
And at you saying, I don't think you're a puppet. He's a puppet. You're a puppeteer or whatever. Looking at Mitsu, he just sort of waves his hand, and as he does, he wiggles his fingers in just such a way, and you see that the medic does the same gesture.
Who are you?
Sounds your answer. He's. Don't worry about him, dear.
You're like,
well, yeah, it's sort of an enter name here, so.
Yeah, it's her name here. I'd be like, yeah, this person has an important name in my village, but here, and kind of a puppet. I want to know who's controlling it. Them.
Yeah.
So.
So do you actually say any of that out loud?
Oh yeah, I do.
Okay. The Shinatsu, she just sort of waves her hand, and you see, now seeing him, he didn't actually wave his hand at that point. She just sort of waved on her own.
I said kinda.
Kind of what?
Kind of puppet.
Yes. And I'm much more than a puppet. And he doesn't control me as much as I'm so aware of myself. But, yes, I am important to your village. I was a medic there many years ago.
Yes, from what I recall. Why'd you leave?
It wasn't my own choice then.
Whose choice?
It was no one's choice. The war. It's in the past. But I can't.
Yes, but now you're working here. You gonna come back to the village?
Do you expect me to now? That I have become this?
If you can still do your job, that would be... shouldn't matter.
I need a very, very important reason as to why to come back. But as far as your request, I won't pull you out.
Thank you.
Did you need anything else?
Well, thank you. Just apart from, you should be working with, like, someone that's kind of evil.
She doesn't say anything and just sort of leaves the room. And the guy in the shadows just sort of... He does your instant teleport displacement thing.
Do you know her full names? She's asking Mitsu. It's like, if she knows, like, the full name of the medic, because she only knows, like, the first.
Right. The insert name here from before is Akira.
Okay. Now, is the last name just insert here now?
You do have a last name. So you're asking Mitsu what her last name is?
Yeah, because she's like sitting there trying to think. It's like, I know that name. I know they're a medical nature. Just saying it's like a full name. It's just like, sometimes if you repeat the name, you'll like the memory comes back to you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Do you not want me to go that way, or?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out how, if Mitsu would even bother to know, and or bother to tell you. So, because I feel like this is somewhat metagaming for you to figure it out in character what you know out. So, I don't...
I'm sorry. It's like, I know that stuff, and it just like out of character stuff, like, yeah, I know what those were. Actually, I'm not gonna say it, but let the suspense happen for the audience. But I know, like, out of character, I know who they are. It's just Tsume doesn't, and she's just like, name is really familiar. Why is it familiar?
Yeah. The last name was from long ago, Tsume. I don't really know. But I suppose you can find out, if you wish. There's old journals and things that she kept. Some of my troops, as it were, did choose to write, and I kept a lot of their journals here.
Okay.
If you wish to look into that, once you have returned, then you may.
Alright. Last request. You? Can you put me in the same room as I have? I just want to see if I can better chance. Whatever.
If that's what you want.
Please. Thank you.
I've always hated that phrasing.
What? Please and thank you?
At the same time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And she leads you over this way.
Oh! Magic teleportation. Haha! Ah!
Yes.
Anyway. So. Alright, so I'm just gonna sit there and, like, kind of study the room a bit. And, like, kind of study how. Just lying there. Before she actually goes.
Yes.
Okay, and takes a deep breath and takes the capsule.
Yes. Now, we know for a fact, within context, you want this pill to
Go
knock
back
you out.
in. So, that's what's gonna happen. But, for funsies...
That's what's going to happen. But, for the heck of it, you're going to roll your fort save that you would normally roll to resist, and see what happens. If you... Okay, no.
Nope. Hey. Alright.
No, not on the 17.
Nope.
You could have. You'd had to roll really well, but you could have. So, I
Yes.
just thought it would be a funny idea.
I had to roll, like,
18.
an 18.
Still possible, but not very likely. I just thought it would be funny for you to use a critical and not get a critical and not even use it.
I know. It would have been funny. Alright, and off I go into... What happens when I take this pill? I'm sure it's unpleasant. By the title.
Yeah. It's not exactly a pleasant thing. So, you very quickly and very easily fall unconscious again. And, you, basically you feel your body sort of twisting and changing and essentially mutating, because it is, and you hear more than you feel, because you're starting to sort of fall out of you're sort of starting to fall out of your conscious mind. You more hear than feel this sort of bone crunch sort of thing. And then, Tiff. And you find yourself back in the dreamscape, back in the flowers. And
oh, that was unpleasant. That's like the first thing she says. Io, yay! Yeah, or Io?
Io.
Yeah. It just like, it's the first thing somebody says, well, that was unpleasant.
And then Io's in the flowers and sees you come back and she's, oh, hello.
Hi.
Came back.
Oh, I have a promise to keep.
I kept your house. She points down to the village where her house is at.
Thank you, that was nice of you. So how you been?
Same as always.
Same.
And then she sort of looks down to the village again and she's... You still want to get me out, don't you?
I do.
But what about all this?
I think it will still continue. I think it will stay as it is. And continue.
Without me here? Really?
Who knows, maybe. But
she,
I do have things to tell you. I do want to play you out, but I need to tell you things that might expect. So can we go to my house?
Mm-hmm. And she picks up a flower from the meadow and turns it into a tiger lily and sticks it in your hair as you walk by.
Tsume smiles and heads to the house.
Magical teleportation of walking.
Yes, magic. Oh.
Okay.
Okay. So when they get in and be like, can you, like, before you, like, do anything rash, can you at least listen to the whole story from, I mean, it's just my point of view, okay? Just keep it in mind.
Mm-hmm.
So Tsume's gonna sit there and start explaining things, like what's been going on in the world.
Just basically things that are going on with like the group that's on the outside and things like that, and details and yeah, just basically stating the facts of like what is going on the outside now. And she's holding back a piece of information until now about Io herself on the other side.
I wager I know what that piece of information is.
Well, the thing is, this gives you a lovely opening for role-playing.
Like, it does that sort of anime TV show thing of, you know,
the flashbacks of, like, going to
doesn't
Holio, leaving.
It doesn't actually flash back, it just sort of, like, fades in on you sitting down. You sitting on the floor, Io's probably on your bed, next to your, like, the little bedside table where you put the picture of your own family from before. And
the flower that she gave me the first time.
Yes, and the flower that is a tiger lily sitting in the pot. And it sort of does that fade in to imply that the two of you have been sitting and talking for a while, but it doesn't actually say anything other than you get going into, like, some little snippet of, like, something.
I think it would be like like every now and then, Tsume sits there and breaks off into like little tangents. So she would probably be coming in and be like, "Yeah, and I met this really weird frog man."
Yeah, there you go.
No, Toad man. And stuff. I mean, he's sitting there telling me, it's just like, we're sitting there chatting and stuff, and talking about things, like, asking what he knows about, like, just hacks going on with portals, stuff. I asked him, like, what a symbol was, and
Right.
then
So
he taught, and somehow, for some reason, he told me I needed to find balance. I don't understand what he was trying to imply, because I don't know what balance has to do with anything. So, yeah.
right, there you go. That works. So at the end of you speaking of balance and things, I was just. But wait a minute. What about the like? Wasn't there a war or something? Maybe I'm remembering wrong.
There has been a war, but that was a while ago.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not much familiar with the information about the wars, what's like going on. I mean, I probably heard it in like class or something. I just, you know, I'm not one for learning. Couldn't tell.
So the war's over then. If you have class and your villages are safe, then
That's the thing, our villages aren't safe. Tension, it feels like with this other group that's going around and stuff, tensions are building. Possibly.
and Mitsu's working with the Azugiru.
Yes. Yes, she is.
Do you know anything about any of them other than Mitsu?
Well, I know there's this one. I did have a piece of paper that had some information on the leaders of the group.
Can you concentrate on it?
I mean, I can sit there and try. She's like gonna sit there and like start trying to recall what she remembers, but as she's doing this, she's going to be concentrating as well.
Do you actually have concentration as a skill? I think we were over this before.
I do. I have no ranks in it, but I actually do have it as a skill.
Okay, yeah, roll concentration.
It's gonna be lovely.
Hey, I wanted to give you... Wow.
Yeah, not very well. So she's
Okay.
just gonna sit there and be like, well, there was this one dude who, like, you know, apparently he can do something with, like, chakra. And then, of course, you have Mitsu here, who's, supposed to have been kidnapping and also with the portal dealings, and then I learned about another guy and stuff. The thing is, before I actually talked to Mitsu, we didn't actually know his name, but he controls 3 beasts. Like myself, but I just control 1 tiger. He can control 3 different beasts.
Right. Do you remember the guy who did the weird chakra stuff's name? Now, the question is, do you not remember out of character, or do you think that Tsume would not? It's perfectly fine if Tsume does not, but I wonder if you yourself do.
I do. I'm looking at the handout right now.
Oh, right. Smart. Good job. Since you couldn't really bring it forth, I totally see it within Tsume's character that she doesn't really remember the
She doesn't recall, but she remembers she's actually talked to people who possibly have known him. Maybe?
Yeah, she has. And it might not be necessarily that she doesn't remember it. It might be one of those things that if she heard the name again, she would...
Oh, that person, yes.
Yeah,
and
that
then, she'd be like... I think so. I'm not quite sure.
Was it? And then she seems to think for a second, as if she's trying to remember.
Out of character, Io seems to be taking this pretty well.
She's... Well... She's very good at controlling her emotions.
Right.
She has to be in here. So, she's...
Yeah, because last time, it's like Tsume almost got lit on fire.
She's learned that her emotions are very very ingrained into this world. So, since she thinks this world is beautiful and she doesn't want to hurt it, she's... In the years that she's been in here, she's learned to sort of be a more stoic personality, because if she gets too upset, then this place is not going to be as pretty anymore. Although, Tsume could, if she was outside, which she's not, Tsume would probably see that there's, like, this rolling storm cloud thing over the sun, to where outside is not as brightly lit. But other than that, she's
pretty okay.
She's trying to, you know, keep it in check.
Alright.
So, yeah. She seems to think for like a long couple of minutes. And she's... Susan?
That's it! I think there was a... Maybe? Yes. Yes. It's like Sume's now sitting there just like thinking to herself and just like, is that him? Yeah, that sounds familiar. Maybe? Yes. Yes.
I remember him.
You?
Yeah. Mitsu would talk about him all the time before thunderclap outside.
Thunder.
Yeah. So Sozin works with the Azuki too.
Maybe? I mean, we haven't met him. Mitsu's been the only one we've actually seen face to face.
By we, you mean your team?
Yes, and... yeah.
And the war's over.
Yes. For the most part.
And you said that Mitsu said something about she was going to stop working with the Azuki.
I asked her to promise me that she would stop if I got you out. And she agreed. From what I can tell.
Do you know how long I've been here?
When I saw your body out there, look about the same age as my mother. Like 30s or so. Sume's like totally what?
Sume's what?
Sume's just like, wait, how old did we say Sume's mother was? Shira?
Late 30s, early 40s.
Late, yeah. Like, she sits there and be like, 30s maybe? So you've been in here for a while. And I don't know how long you're gonna, honestly, I don't know how long you're gonna be.
What do you mean?
People can be stuck in a coma until their last days. So, I mean, thing is, I'm not sure, I don't exactly have a plan to get you out, because I couldn't figure anything out. Apparently, Mitsu's tried everything. She's tried having someone try to draw you out, like she did last time.
I didn't like that guy.
I meant a different person. She has a medical ninja on the outside. That was the person that drew me out of this coma. I asked them not to draw me out until I can attempt to get out on my own. Hopefully with you.
So if I leave, or if you leave, then I go with you.
I'm gonna try. I mean, what I have planned is I'm gonna need time to sit here and concentrate, because I'm going to be changing this whole room. She sits there and motions around her little room to try to change it to look as best I can to match the room that your body's in. I'm hoping maybe that might work.
But what happens to this world when I leave? Now there's rain.
It might still exist. It might not. You just never know. It just... Either way, if you're in here and you pass on, you don't know what's going to happen to the world after you pass on. It could stay, it could go. Either way.
If I've been here for that long, Mitsu's wanted to make sure that I stayed around. And
I think she really misses you, and she's told me she's tried everything she can to get you out of coma. Out of this. Not out of being stuck here.
she was the one that told all those other people to try to...
Coax you out, yes.
But she didn't tell you.
No, I had no idea until I met you that you were her sister, or that you were actually around in that place.
What kind of home does Mitsu have now?
Home?
Yeah. I mean, if you saw my body when you left, after you met me for the first time, does that mean my body was hidden?
When I first walked into the place, there was some things blocked off that I couldn't go to. So I didn't know, and then I met you, and then I questioned Mitsu about it, and she finally showed me you are in the same place as I'm currently at now, which I hope. I mean, she's taken over the we're in a summon realm. You know, like rabbits and toads and tigers are summoning creatures. They have homes and stuff, and she's taken over a rabbit one.
I always did like rabbits.
Huh?
Rabbits.
No, what did you say?
I always did like rabbits.
Really?
Yeah.
She made a place there and stuff, and strangely, some of the door frames have roses and vines and thorns on them around the door frame.
You mean like that? And she indicates the doorway to your house that now has a rose bush growing around it, like out of nowhere.
Is it similar to the one
Yes.
that... Yeah, like that.
I'm scared, Tsume.
I know, so am I. I don't know what's gonna happen. Thing is, it's your choice whether you want to come out or not. I'm not gonna force you to do anything, but I said I've made a promise and stuff. It's just, if you want to go through with it, that's fine. If not, again, that's fine. It's your choice. I'm not gonna force you to do anything.
You know that the subconscious is a lot stronger than the conscious mind.
I hope so.
I've been here so long that I don't know if who I am here is really who I am anymore. I mean,
Well, that's the thing. I remembered what happened when I came in here, when I was pulled out. So I think if this is how you are, let's just take it and move forward with it. Don't really worry about being able to go back to who you used to be or whatever. Just take who you are now and just move forward. People change. We have the capability of changing who we are. Okay, out of character, I must say that was slightly a little deep for me. Wow. Okay.
That's pretty good. I like it. It's cute. And well said, too. I would be an 8-year-old girl inside the body of somebody who's almost 40 years old.
Because I think you never lose, or I hope that you never lose who you are as a child inside you. Because once you lose that childness inside you, I think you start to miss something. And just don't seem right.
I'll try.
You wouldn't have experienced all of the things that have been going on and stuff to experience the hardness and heartaches of what's going on. But when you come out and stuff, it just, again, doesn't matter who you look like or what you are. It's just like, move forward. And I guess you get to experience a little bit more fun than people who look their age.
I'll try.
Again, I'm going to be changing this whole room, so it might take me a while. Just think about it, okay?
Can I stay here while I think about it? Or do you want me to leave?
You can do whatever you want. If you want to stay here, that's fine.
You said you wanted to make it like the room where I am.
Yes.
And with that, she goes and she lays down on your bed.
Tsume smiles softly and then she's just like, alright then, and she goes and actually takes the time to actually concentrate on trying to remember the details of the room and stuff.
Right. Which, if you want to, put forth the effort to focus, you're definitely going to get it. It's just going to take a while.
Yeah, but she's going to put in the effort and time to try and concentrate and stuff. So she is going to take that time.
Yeah. You see that the roses, the storm is still there. The storm outside is still there, and it's much more apparent now because with you concentrating and her just laying down, the room's gone real quiet. But even as it's seems stronger because of the silence in the room, it starts to sort of settle. It's like it's not a heavy storm, it's just a storm. And there's no lightning, there's no thunder. It's dark outside. You can sort of look through the various windows, or like the one window, and see that it's darker outside. And you can tell that there's wind because you can look up on the hill where all the flowers are, and you see the flowers flowing back and forth. But it seems, for it being in the middle of a storm, it seems fairly calm. At least as far as Tsume can tell. And you see that the roses that had come into the room over the doorway sort of help you to shift the walls of the room to make it look less like a house and more like the sort of sandy room that is inside of the Mitsu's lair. It's like you go to concentrate to change the room, and the bed and the door don't really have to change that much. It seems as if she's sort of helped that along herself.
Right. Okay.
So. Anything you want to do with her prior to trying to
Tsume's
leave?
gonna speak up and be like,
Sorry.
What did you say?
I said I didn't know if you wanted to say anything before you tried to leave or just go straight to that.
Oh no, I'm gonna say some stuff and actually like definitely check. Tsume's just gonna sit there and be like, okay, this is for the most part from what I can remember kind of what the room looked like.
Did you put with Tsume not being very savvy with seals and things like that, did you put anything to sort of indicate the seals are all around the room? Like, did you put this like this
these
image
swirlies?
of light, or yeah,
Just
or like
swirl. Just like dark swirls. Just around the place. Be like, okay, these are seals.
she sort of opens her eyes and
Like either scribbles and like scribbles and like swirls. Like
yeah. So
didn't
you didn't
pay
really
very
do
much
anything
attention to the
fancy.
details of this.
You just put something to imply that there's some sort of
just like indications of just something here.
Okay. She looks up and looks around the bed and the room, and she's not. It doesn't look very homey.
Yeah,
This
I know.
This is where Mitsu was keeping me.
Yes. Usually it's blocked off by a sand wall.
What's with the swirly?
They were, I'm guessing, seals. I'm not too sure about what they were. So they're just swirlies, just indications.
She always did like to draw and create. Maybe it has something to do with that.
Yeah.
Are you ready then?
I am, but are you?
I'm gonna try.
Alright. Sumi's gonna like scoot a little close to the bed. And like, alright, you can lie down if you want to, but she's gonna sit there and like go and like actually like hold her hand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna try my best. Alright.
If it doesn't work, I wasn't ready.
Right. Right. It's like at this point, Tsumi kind of like seems slightly doubtful of herself. Just like looking at her face, just like kind of slightly doubtful, but she's gonna try the best she can to do this.
Right. Alright. Well, let's see what happens here.
Alright,
So, basically what it's you're gonna roll one D100, and you're going to do the full plus 30. If you get 80 or above, it counts as good, and we keep going. If you get less than 80, we sort of stop your rolls here. And if you actually, since it's going to be plus 30, if you actually roll higher than 100,
okay.
then your bonus of 30 is going to stay for your next roll.
Okay.
So.
Alright.
Oh.
Okay.
My. You know what? You'd have to get a 6 for it to count. But I'm gonna let you action point that.
But that's the thing. I would either have to get 5 or higher, though, to get 80.
Yeah. I'm not gonna let you, spend action points to get a full-on reroll because this is just my mechanic. But I will let you just try to risk rolling a 6 and to allow you to keep going.
That's the thing. That's something Tsume would totally do. So she's gonna push her all into it. So yes! Yes! Okay, now second roll.
Since you didn't get over 80 or over 100 rather, since you didn't get over 100, your second
20.
roll is only a plus 20.
Okay. God, this is so nerve-wracking.
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
Really?
Okay, yes. Okay. Wait, it's another 45!
It is indeed.
Curse you, dice, curse you.
Alright.
But it's the way it is. That's how it happens.
Not a whole lot that we can do about that.
Right. Now, the thing is, how can I tell if I actually get out of it? Do I just get out of it either way, or do I have to roll my third dice to actually make sure that I get over somewhere?
For you, you're going to get out just fine because you're not there by means of, you're going to get out regardless. So, it's not a roll for you to get out, it's a roll for her. To see if you can help to pull her out. So, basically, essentially what's going to happen here is you're going to wake up, and you're probably going to be in her room as an adult.
That's role-playing stuff.
Yes. Go ahead.
So her out. So it's just gonna sit there and open her eyes and kind of look around and let her eyes adjust a bit. So
yeah. You are in very much the same room you just left. You're in the room that I am in.
Is there anyone else, or is it just Io?
Roll me a spot check.
I believe it's 7.
Do you even have it? Do you do not? How about
Yep.
that?
Spot is at a 7. What were you looking for? You're looking for something else.
Yes.
12! Okay.
Nope.
I hear you, dice. I hear you.
Alright. So, yeah, you don't see anybody else in the room.
And things are... I imagine how things are is just things are catching up to Tsume in our mind and stuff. And she hits the point where she stops, looking around. She, bolts up and tries to move as quickly as she can over to Io. And just sits there and looks her over and looks for any sign.
You see that she's still resting, still laying there. She's not got... You don't really see any signs. Now, if this was the...
And Sumi's just gonna sit there and quietly, sit there and call to her, Io?
Yeah.
Stuff.
If this was, a normal medical room or whatever, there'd be that tense moment when there's a very soft silence and, the beeping of the monitors or whatever. But you don't really have that here. So instead you have this sort of dull,
just the silence.
It's a silence, but there's this sort of went and used the sound that chakra makes, that sort of that whooshing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, since you're really close to the seals that are helping to maintain her, you actually hear them.
Tsume's gonna sit there and like call out to her like a little bit louder and stuff, and just like she's starting to like worry a little bit more, and she's like,
yeah,
in her mind that she was really hoping this would work, and the more silence it gets, the more frustrated and upset she gets. So soon she's actually going to be sent there like really loudly, almost like a yell, like calling out for Ion. She's like possibly going to sit there and attempt to like touch her shoulder.
Yeah, you can still do all that.
And just like sit there and like slightly like nudge her and stuff, and
Nope. And you probably get close to the point where you're sort of getting on that borderline of really yelling and really trying to shake her or something like that. And,
she's not going to shake her too much. She's just going to like kind of nudge her a bit.
Right, yeah. Before you get to like the really high, loud yelling, you hear footsteps, and you would look back towards the door, and you see Mitsu that's standing in the doorway, and
Tsume's just gonna sit there and look at her, and just there's just this complete, utter, like, the realization of her is that she just failed trying to help someone who she would call a friend. And she basically just sits there and just growls out, "Damn it," and just like moves away.
So, is Tsume angry?
She is in fact angry that she can't help, that she failed. She's upset. She's more angry with like herself, honestly, because she failed.
Yeah. Do me a favor. Roll for me a wisdom save. So, d20 plus 3. Oof.
Nope! Not at all! It's coming out! In a roaring fashion.
Very clearly with a nat 1. Wow.
How this imagine is that it just so is like so frustrated and stuff that it's like she, like possibly walking, like she like walks away. It's like she gets close to a wall and she just sits there and like punches the wall and stuff, and just like lets out like this roaring, and then all of a sudden this just happens. So anyway, for what people don't know, listening, is I just rolled a natural 1 on a wisdom save to control the seal, and now Tsume is transforming.
Yep. So, I'm going to give you what it feels like, necessarily, but you can more give me what it looks like, because I think we both sort of decide on that off recording.
Right.
So, you're roaring, you're yelling, you're growling, various things, cursing, whatever.
Yep.
And your growls and yells slowly start to shift from being just anger to being pain, and all these like jagged lines and markings of various things or originate from the bite in your neck and start to surround and cover you.
And so I just imagine it's just like these moving stripes that you, of course, since she's tiger, everything's tiger, So they're like kind of like stripies. So it's just stripes moving across her skins, and like as they move, the skin starts to darken a bit, and her nails get a bit sharper. Her hair gets a little bit more wild and longer, and then it slowly starts to fade, start to darken down. What once was orange turns to black, and now it's just these black hair with white tips. She has these really darker stripes that like come across her face, as like she has like this snarling look on her face of more feline kind, with like the sharper teeth and dark lines around the eyes that usually cats have, and her eyes are actually like kind of dark with the bright orange irises and stuff, with actual like slitted pupils of said felines. And I imagine just like this loud, in her head it's this loud cracking sound as these not really gnarly horns, but these horns protrude out of the side of her heads and curls around and stuff into a really sharp point. And at the end of it, Tsume is just sitting there, like breathing heavily from all this pain and stuff, and just like really upset. Like,
Mitsu sort of looks you over. Impressive.
and it's like that, and Sumi's just sitting there like looking at her hands and stuff, and then she like looks up at Mitsu and like growls at her with this like slightly shifted tone of voice that's like slightly deeper, more kind of demonic reverb kind. I just sit there and like looks at her and be like, "You said that pill would give me power. Is this the power?"
Yep.
Why was this power not enough to get her out then?
Maybe she wasn't ready to come. Maybe you weren't strong enough.
Yeah, but that pill was supposed to make me stronger. That's why I took it, to sit there and able to help get her out.
You didn't fail at something others haven't failed at before.
What, actually surviving this?
I've had a few that have reached level 2, yes. They're few and far between compared to level 1, but yes. And I'm not talking about the curse mark. I'm talking about Io. Others have went in to try to save her, either by my choice or by their own. All have failed. It's not something that can be done as simply as going in there and telling her she needs to leave. Deep inside her head, she doesn't want to. She doesn't want to risk destroying the world that she's created for everyone.
Like, if she... Like, you don't know if that world's still gonna be there, even if she's gone.
No, I don't.
It's fine.
Not if she leaves it as everyone else does. But if she leaves it by just walking out the door, then I don't think the world will go away. And that's what I'm trying to do. I want to make a door for her to just walk out.
So is that why you're taking over summoning realms?
Yes.
Tsume's actually gonna get start move actually step up to her and be like, and how do you think that's gonna actually work? You're destroying beautiful places.
I don't have to destroy them.
Look what you did outside to the rabbit realm.
They wouldn't listen. Others have.
The lizard men?
I didn't even have to ask them. They were mine before I even started this adventure. It's in my blood.
You just better leave mine alone.
I won't have to hurt yours. I don't intend to. But if I can get people who follow me, who are members in parts of the blood pact of the various different worlds, then I can get somebody that they're close to vouch for me. And I don't have to destroy them. Not. I hope not. But if I can gain control of enough of them, then Sozin can bring Io out.
What makes you trust Sozin?
He promised me. He gave me this power, this potential to go this far. I wouldn't be here without him, as much as I hate him. And I don't trust him. I really don't.
And what do you think it's gonna take to open up a door to pull her out?
Power.
Just power. And how is he gonna get that power, buddies? These are chakra realms. Realms are probably gonna be sacrificed or destroyed.
I don't have a choice.
You don't have a choice.
It's what Sozin wants in return. And he's the only one that can do it.
Sure, there is another way.
She is silent for a good long time.
What haven't you tried? I'm sure that list is shorter than things that you've tried.
You need something to destroy. Something to pull out that anger so that you can chain it back.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at something that I really want to destroy now.
Want your anger out on me? Go ahead.
Still didn't answer my question though. What haven't you tried?
I've been at this for years. There's so many things I have tried that I don't even know what I have tried and what I haven't.
Have you tried different medical ninjas? Of just the one?
She's the best of the best. If she can't do it, who can?
I don't know. Just asking. Have you tried putting, more than one in a room? Maybe? Having them work together? Who knows? Two heads are better than one.
You don't even realize it.
Realize what?
No one has been able to get to her as well as you have. I can tell. I can see that you genuinely care about her. Why?
Because she is a friend.
Why?
Why?
You don't know her.
That's the thing. I got to know her while I was in there. Apparently no one else has.
They haven't.
They don't want to deal with.
She closed herself off. She always did that. She was always shy.
Well, she didn't seem shy around me when I first met her.
I don't understand.
She only said that she stayed away because they were afraid of her.
And you weren't?
No, I just saw a little kid. Granted, I'm not much older than her in her mind. A lot younger than her body out here, but still.
And you weren't scared of the storm you probably created in there when you were trying to get through to her?
I was scared of being set on fire, yes, but I went and comforted her.
This is not a conversation I want to have right now. You need something you want to release your rage to change back? Come at me.
I think I'll take up on something else. You seem very pathetic right now. Not even worth it.
She shrugs. So, let me put you back on the other map.
Yay!
Boop. So that you can figure out where you're going to go.
I guess Tsume's just gonna sit there and kind of storm out.
Okay.
Trying to think. Which way do I want to go?
Well.
I think she's actually gonna head outside.
Really?
No.
I totally meant to make a map for outside.
Of course. Well, it's either outside or... Actually, yeah, let's just be outside because she's not too focused in the mine right now to go do something else.
Alright.
So, anyway. Pretending she's outside. Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, sorry.
That's fine.
I totally had a map for outside before, and then Roll 20 blew up, so.
Yeah, stuff.
Anyway.
It was foresty and dark and...
Very dark. You have a foresty and a field, all of which look sort of dead and dark. It's not... It's very strange. It's not like it's dead and dark in that the trees and grass are gone, because the trees and grass are still there. It's
just like the sun's gone.
Yeah, the sunlight's gone, and the colors on the grass and trees has faded from like a green to like a gray. It's not just like the sun's gone; it's more like the color's gone.
Right.
And it's very dark. There is a pathway that leads up to the building that is her lair that totally does not belong here. And the pathway is lit with small little, like, almost like candle light, but you can't really see any candle. It's sort of like the rooms that was in Io's room, just giving off light instead of anything else. Other than that, darkness all around.
So it's just gonna sit there and like look around, but like kind of near the building, and just like I guess walk around it till she finds something that this looks interesting. I might go and punch it.
Okay. Let's see here. More with the D100s. Boop. Okay. So you walk around a bit. And since, anger can be released through physical exertion and stuff like that, do you like blitz and run like around the building, or do you just walk?
I guess she's just gonna sit there.
Sort of angry, pouty walk.
Yeah, angry, pouty walk and stuff, and just like, I guess she's just like running her like nails along the wall and stuff.
Hang on.
I can just imagine of her just like digging her nails in, just leaving these like claw marks along the walls. Oh, well, that's interesting.
What's that?
You rolled a 38.
Yeah, I did. Okay. Alright. So, I was just seeing if Curse Seal randomly gave you, like, low light vision or something. But it doesn't. So, you just sort of walk around in the dark for a while, and you like run your claws along the edges of the building, which you see even in the dim light that your claws dig into the building very easily. It's not as if your claws are super sharp, more like the building's not very it's not a very thick, strong wall. It seems more like a wall made of sand and mud than anything else. And it just sort of digs into it really easily, and you're just out there alone for quite a while, and then you hear a voice, a very sort of growly voice. It's just like, let's see, get the proper wording here. Having fun.
I assume it just stops and like looks around.
Roll me spot.
16.
So 16 you said? Yeah.
Yep.
You look around in the dark and you see a... How tall was Tsume again? Like 5'6", 5'4"?
She's not 5'4", she is 5'5".
Oh, well, that's close.
Yeah.
So you sort of look out into the darkness and you see, probably at about the height of like roughly 6'5", 6'6", there is a pair of beady red eyes looking in your direction. That seems to be where the sound of the voice came from.
Not really. What's it to you?
I've seen that before. We got that curse thing that Miss Mitsu does on everybody.
Yeah, so?
That comes with anger and power. But you're not fighting anything.
Yeah, I know. I haven't found anything for me to fight, so...
No, you did.
Oh, I did, right?
And you, as the voice says, now you did, you see what appears to be looking on the map here, because, yes, we're on the other map, not the one we've been on.
Yes.
That.
What is that?
That is an ogre.
There's an ogre in the rabbit realm?
Yep.
Oh, great. This just gets more interesting by the minute.
Yep.
It's a wonderland.
Yep. Complete with the big club that he is holding there as well.
And what reason do I have to fight you?
He shrugs. Something to do.
I guess.
And looks to be a pretty big something or other.
Hey, he seems like a pretty big, beefy guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the case.
So, do you want to actually make use of Curse Seal and actually fight him?
Oh yeah.
Alright. I only half expected you to actually just walk out. So.
Bonus chakra. How much do I have?
Yes.
Oh no, I see it. It's right here.
Gains 24 temporary chakra.
71. Wow. Okay. That gives me some stuff to work with. Also, bonus, I get a +2 bonus, so I'm going to put that in my miscellaneous 2.
And he's not going to bother.
That is only for
defense,
defense, reflex, attack, damage rolls. Ah, okay, so now I gotta remember the attacks and weapon damage. What that plus 2. Okay, so +2 there, my reflex, Tepnod. Wow! I'm fast. Haha! Come at me, bro. No. Tsume is actually going to open this up with a technique.
Yep.
She's going to be doing her snowy technique around him. Yay!
What?
The snow, her family snow technique.
Oh, right, okay.
Right. You never really gave me the actual details for it, like the DC for it.
It would be... It originated from concealing mist. that's page 468. So, costs 4 chakra and has a DC of 17.
Plus 4 chakras and a 17.
Yep. And it's a full round action, so that would take your turn.
Yes. Really? Come on, dice. No, actually, I'm actually playing that. Come on, dice. I really want you to play nice. Nope. Okay, I don't pull it off.
Wow.
Oh, I tried to, and I just failed.
The dice doesn't like you.
No, it does not.
Clearly. Grief. Okay.
What have I done? I've done nothing. I've sacrificed rules to you.
You tried to break my game, is what you did.
I guess.
Not really. You do your hand signs, you do your gesture, and everything.
Yep.
And then you're
No, just like.
then you're standing there.
She's just like growling at this.
No snow. And the ogre actually sort of raises an eyebrow and is like, is that supposed to do something?
Yes, just go on.
Go on, huh?
And she's just fed up with this and be like, not a good day.
He shrugs. And he swings at you with his club. That's literally all he can do.
Okay, what can he hit me?
Let's find out if he does hit you. Nope.
Nope. I feel like, was that supposed to do something?
Look at his attack bonus though.
I know!
Yep.
He just rolls 10 or less. She's gonna be fine. She sits there and calls she raises an eyebrow and be like, is that supposed to do something?
Now I wonder how she blocked that. Did she just dodge, or did she like hold up her hand and what?
She probably just took a step back.
Yeah. She's like standing there in the pose to try to conceal the snow, and then he swings his club rather slowly, and then thump.
Well then. But chicken ass. Was that supposed to do something?
Practice round.
Sure. We'll go with that.
You didn't do anything either.
I tried. She's gonna be kicking off her strength. And actually doing, this is a big guy, so I don't know if this worked, but she's going to attempt to do combo starter.
Okay.
648.
Okay, so do you have to roll for that one? I think that's one of them.
I only have 10 ranks, but I have 15 for taijutsu, so I will have to roll.
Okay.
Seriously?
I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna ignore that. Dice have been hating it, so. Push her away.
Of course I said their nice turn. Alright, so I get...
melee touch attack, actually.
Oh, right, melee and touch attack. Which, since it's an attack, do I get that +2 from the curse? 25!
Yeah, that hits him. That hit
Hi.
him if it wasn't on touch.
Right. So it's just me, so it's just gonna be, what, a
just your standard attack. Whatever weapon you're using. Which, since you don't have your gear, would be your claws.
Right. So that's just a d6.
Yep.
Ooh, let's hope I don't go into frenzy.
You could.
I could.
D6 plus 7.
8. Okay, 8 damage.
Well, at least it's
Nice,
easy.
my next attack.
But
Is
at
that
least it's
right?
easy math. There is no saving throw. Okay.
Nope. My next turn is an automatic success, which I'm going to be using a combo for.
Right.
Now it's 61 background.
Alright. So he
That's
loses
already
his
fresh.
he loses his dexterity bonus, but other than that, he's fine. He's not like stunned.
Which I suspect he doesn't really have much of a dexterity bonus.
No, he does not. So he is going to swing his staff at you again, or his stick at you again.
Nope.
That's the exact same thing I rolled last time.
Ah, I hate that.
Okay, anyway.
So,
So
we're just going to go up a couple of pages to 641.
16 hit combo, huh?
Yep.
That's gonna be fun. DC 20.
Yeah, this one's on. Yep. And it's automatic success. Don't have to roll.
Right, it is.
Alright, so I can make 3 unarmed attacks. And
Three
it's
unarmed
one full
attacks.
attack.
Yeah, it's a full
Minus
attack.
5 penalty.
So you get a -5 penalty to your attack, but you roll 3 at your highest bonus, which is with a total. You had a plus total to your attack of 12, right?
So I think that actually gives a boost to my... Yeah, it actually gives me another +2, so that's actually technically a 14.
Which
To
would
my
then be
attacks.
-5 because of how the technique that you're using works.
So it would be plus
Plus
9
9.
3 times.
+9 3 times.
Boop. 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 I don't think that 19 or 14 hit.
Let's see. It is hitting him on flat foot, which is. Yeah. One of those hits.
Yeah, I figured.
Yep. He has some crazy defense, so.
Right.
So 2d6 plus strength.
Boop. 15. Waha!
My math is failing me. I don't know why. This should be easy. It's freaking 15.
Well, this
Okay, yeah.
takes
I was
4
second guessing myself. I do that a lot with moves. Alright.
Oh, he can also make a fortitude save to the avoid.
Right.
He needs to make a fortitude save to avoid being stunned for 1d4 rounds.
Right. You're 5 plus
It's a rank 5.
6, 7, 8. 18. He has to make an 18 fortitude save or he is stunned.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
I need to take minus 4 buffer, that's a fan. 56.
So roll 2d4. Is it 2d4? Right? 2d4.
1d4.
1d4.
Wow. He's only stunned for 1 round, so
So this turn he's stunned.
I feel like I don't really, like I'm not having a good day right now. Just hold still.
See, it's a melee touch implies that you're not really hitting hard through armor or whatever. So I imagine that your melee touch to do combo starter, you're just like, "Hi, buddy," tap tap, and then he swings his club at you, but you dodge, and then you're just like, with like a 3-knuckle punch, kind of like, and he is stunned for his round. Your turn.
Oh, there it is. Okay, do I want to actually step back to do this? Yeah, she's gonna take a step back and attempt to get Jutsu. 499, 1000 sword. DC of 21. Nope, okay. That didn't exactly work. Okay. So it's -6 chakra.
That's one attack action, and you spent your move action to just back up.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So now it is his turn again. So he is going to swing at you again. Swing and a miss. This is a very haphazard ogre.
Yeah, I feel like. Are you even trying?
Alright.
Tsume's literally gonna ask, like, are you even trying?
He's growling at you.
Cute.
Actually, no. You're like, are you even trying? And he growls and he's just, hold still.
Cute. No. Alright, then if that's the case, then we're just gonna jump over and do gonna do Shadow Dance. Doing a throwback, 419. I don't know how big he is, what size he is. I'm expecting he's large.
He's a large creature, yeah.
Boop.
There we go.
That's
Okay.
looking a lot better. So, 1d6 plus 7.
You gotta attack him.
Oh, right, I do.
Yep.
That's 14. 21. Did I not hit him?
Sure, no, you didn't.
Darn it! Okay.
I mean, technically you could action point it if you wanted to.
Really? I'm that close?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
are.
sure, why not? Let's try to get this.
Nope.
22? No?
Nope.
Okay.
Okay.
What is that? Mass.
So you go to do like the, you go to do that like Shikamaru, not Shikamaru, Sasuke, Lion's Barrage kick thing to send him into the air, and then he's just like, nope, sorry, swing, and a miss.
Just added 471. The Black Dragon Snowstorm.
Uh-huh.
And she's actually going to empower it, so it's going to cost 8. So it's going to be 4 d10s. If she pulls it off.
Sure has things. And it
I'm
doesn't
gonna get
actually
rid of-
require any ice. Weird.
Nope. Seriously?
You roll
Alright,
an
action
point.
I roll a 16. I'm going to attempt to action point it again. Nope. Okay.
Alright, so swing. Hey!
Oh, yes! Great, I'm gonna be flown back.
I haven't had to actually roll it, so what is your roar?
Is that damage?
Yeah.
Okay, I can imagine her just like taking that and just sliding a few feet over.
Yeah, it's you try to like summon forth the snowstorm, whatever, and it just doesn't
And all of a sudden
work.
it just wow.
And then he just comes through and smacks you over the side like a golf ball. Boom.
That is 81. Are we done at 81 health? Yes. No. 71.
How much is your health?
90.
71, yeah.
Yes. So yeah, it's just like slide a few feet over. Like, okay.
He actually sort of takes his other hand and does like a fist pump. So he's like, "Ha, got you."
So you really think you got me? She's gonna kick off her speed now.
Great.
More defense.
Run circles around him.
Kind of. Let's see, 3 chakras. So, I now get a 3 dodge bonus to defense and reflex. So, let's see, this is now on 5. I am now sitting at 28 defense.
Holy crap. 28?
28 defense.
Okay, well you have more defense than he does.
Yep.
Okay.
So, now then. No, she's gonna attempt to do the snow, actually summon snow again.
Okay.
So, that's a ninjutsu and a DCO
17, I think.
17.
I think.
Please, dice. I would like there to be snow.
Okay. Yeah, 17.
Yes, there is now snow.
Hooray, snow.
Just like, she does this, like, move. This is actually the first time she pulled it off, actually, in combat.
Yep.
So basically, it's like she sits there and does hand signs and stuff, and she takes a deep breath and she breathes out, and all of a sudden, just this fog starts pouring out and stuff. Just as it sits there and starts like hovering around, it starts to clear, but on the ground, snow starts to rise. So the fog condenses down into snow. And that takes a full round action, right?
Yep.
Okay. So he's just gonna sit there and like kind of smirk now and be like, finally.
So your big thing is snow. Never thought I'd see snow. Swing and a miss. Oh, wrong one. That even be a miss for the 14th. Never mind.
So you're like,
Oh,
yeah, it
that's
is.
the wrong dice. I didn't change it back. I'm so used to him missing. Okay, he still missed.
Still missed. And with that, since she now has snow on the ground, she's going to do crippling frostbite, which is 436.
Okie dokie.
Since it is now cold, wherever this around him, she is going to do his arms.
I'm assuming the one holding the...
It's both arms. When a frostbite affects target's arm, gets a -2 penalty to strength. As the one becomes uninvolved.
Can a wield handheld weapon with that arm? And
So
it
it's
says,
one arm. Okay, so yeah, you're right. It says arms, but it's actually talking about one arm. So yeah, I'm gonna do the one that's holding the club.
Okay.
And this costs 6.
DC
And it's
21.
DC 1, and it's ninjutsu. So attempting to do this. Yes!
Whoa. Okay.
Yes.
So,
So
let's see what
this
we got
pulls
here.
up.
Fort save, negate. What is your intelligence? +1, I think. Yeah.
And it lasts 1 round per level.
So, he has a fortitude save to negate. And fortitude save is 17.
His is 17?
He has to roll a 17.
Oh, he has to beat a 17.
Yes. Nope. What's all the twos, dude? Good grief.
I don't know.
Okay, so he failed, and
He did -2 penalty to strength and dexterity.
that's becomes unusable.
Cannot wield his handheld weapon anymore with that arm, and suffers a -2 penalty to skill and grapple checks as well.
As
since
well
he
as the
doesn't have
inability to
really
use. Yeah, he doesn't use techniques. If both arms are caught, technique was used twice.
Twice.
Stated above stack, the total can no longer blah 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 blah. Okie dokie. So you just like freeze his arm.
And it's just like, yeah, just like, ah. See, this would be a really good move to disable actual ninjas.
And so he drops his club to the ground. And he looks at you with like this hatred thing.
Tsume's just sitting there laughing at him. Just like,
Okay, so let's see. He's not got +4 from his weapon anymore because he's not using it. And then he's not got 2 to his strength roll. So he's looking at him. You missed.
But Tsume is now going to do 371. Pulling out all those moves.
Ice Tiger Missile.
Yep.
Okay. DC 21.
Yeah, PC of 21. So, I'm going to action point that. I get it.
Yes, you do.
Okay, how much chopper does this cost? This costs 8. And 22.
Nice.
So now I need to make a... Now I need to roll 4 d10s.
40-10, and he has a reflex save from half.
Yeah, half of that is cold, half of it is slashing. So let me roll the 4 d10s. 16. 8. Okay. Yeah, cold, 4 slashing.
Yay, calculator, do math. Swing! Miss.
Oh, look at that! He only has the +8 now.
Yes, exactly.
Anyway, assuming at this point it's just gonna sit there and just keep punching at him.
Okay.
So, let's see. All together is a 14, and then with her essentially kick for speed, it's now at 15.
Yep.
26.
Yep.
And it is still is 7. And d6. In a roll. 11 damage.
Okay.
Yep, so
Miss.
this time she's actually going to make 2 attacks. So, let's see. Let's see, it's be a 15, and then what is the number? 5. Yeah, okay, so 18
Nope.
misses, and then 22? No.
Nope.
Miss.
You could action point, but
Yeah, go on. I want to see if
Okay.
you can hit me again.
You know, it'd be funny. You should totally pick up his club.
Dang, isn't it a size bigger than I can handle?
Yes, it is. But you can totally do it.
I want to get the bonus to it, so...
No.
Well, the thing is, I don't know what damage it causes.
The damage would be the same as far as what the actual damage roll is.
The damage roll.
It would end up being 1d12 plus your strength, which is 7. But the problem is you'd have a penalty to hit him with it, because you'd be sitting at, like, you would have, what is it, plus 15 to hit?
Yeah, and it's not something that I'm proficient with, and it's probably in a separate class then.
It's a large weapon, so you'd be at a -2 because it's large and you're medium. And then you'd be at a -2 because it's a weapon you're not proficient with.
Alright, so that's a -4, so I'd be down to, instead of a 15, I would be down to an 11.
Actually, no, you are proficient with it. Never mind.
Oh, I am?
It's a club.
So... Oh, right. Right. So I hope you just down it to a 13.
Yeah.
Sure, why not? I think it would be funny. Could attempt to pick up his club and whack him with it.
Yeah.
So, and then... Oh! That's a crit! That's a crit! That's the crit!
You have to confirm it, but yes.
Okay, so what do I roll to confirm? It's just a straight
Same
D20 or the same thing?
Same thing.
15,
No.
eh.
You hit him, but you don't crit.
Ah. Darn it! So what is that?
1d
12 plus 7?
Actually, it's plus 5 because you're not. Oh, yeah, actually, you are proficient. Never mind. So, 1d12 plus 7.
Beep.
Okay.
Well, it's a size bigger than me. Is that the... Because I took 2 off of the attack roll because of that. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's not under the damage roll, though. Alright, so it is,
Their turn. How do they react when I pick up their club and just went whack? I'm sure they're not too happy.
No, they're not. What was their intelligence? I'm still gonna play off this particular one as well. So, he is going to roar ferociously and smack you as
scary.
Try to smack you as hard as he can with his left hand. And it's hard.
Nope. I'm gonna whack them again.
Notice that though.
Nope.
That's a miss.
It's a 5 now.
It's a 5 because he is pissed. So. He's also not smart. So. You missed.
Yep, I
Swings.
missed. Is this?
It does miss because yours is a 28 currently.
Yeah. He's close.
Yeah. He'd have to roll a crit to hit you, so.
Darn it. 17.
Nope.
Guess we're just gonna go back and forth here.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Okay.
I want to hear how he does that.
So his left hand, his right hand is frozen. And he just plows into you trying to swing at you with his left hand. And now his left hand is, like, embedded into the snow. And stuck.
Yeah. So we're gonna sit there and actually take the club and actually smash it into his, like, frozen arm.
Interesting.
Hey, why not? Boop.
What was your armor, Mr. Sir? Oh, okay. That
Yes.
hits.
Oh, it hits.
Yep.
Boop.
So you just swung into his frozen arm.
Yep.
Oh,
How's
I
he
am an
looking,
idiot.
by the way?
He's pissed. Other than that, he's fine.
Really?
Bear in mind,
Not
you only
going
hit
to-
him like 4 times.
Really? Oh, good point. I guess I have.
He has a ton of health. This battle's not going to end with him. This battle's actually going to end right now.
Oh. Is he gonna run away?
He's stuck in the snow. Enough. And you hear another growling voice that just yells, enough. And
Tsume's just gonna sit there and, like, plant the club, like, on her shoulder and just sit there and, like... And
It's as
someone
big as
else
you
wants
are.
a turn?
it's bigger than you are. How are you going to put it on your shoulder?
Well, her carrying weight is doubled.
This is true.
So...
This is true.
So, I don't
So you're
know, the
just
same way that Cloud can do it?
Yeah, exactly. You see, to the sound of the voice coming in, you first hear the crunching of the snow, and then you see another ogre. Looks very similar to the one that's now stuck in the snow, except the club he is wielding has spikes.
Ooh, can we trade?
And he is he is decidedly bigger. Not much bigger, really, but bigger.
But it's bigger.
It's less about actual size and more about presence.
Ah, right. Yeah.
So, and you see that the ogre who you are currently holding the club of, is scrambling to get his hand out of the snow. And the other ogre just looks you over and
I'm gonna take the club and I'm just gonna go and, like, plant it, like, right on top of his hand, as he's trying to get it out. Just be like, nope.
so you're like turning the club and stabbing it into the snow where his hand is?
Yep.
So
She wasn't actually trying to damage him. She was just trying to put weight to make it more difficult for him to pull out.
Gotcha. Okay. So do you let go of the club?
Yes.
Alright. The other ogre walks up and just grabs the other club with one hand and then yanks way too hard on the ogre's hand that's stuck fist and pulls him out. And then leave. You were supposed to stand guard, not pick fights with some kid. And the other ogre, basically he does the whole walking away with tail tucked between legs kind of thing, though he does not have a tail. So
She sits there and waves. Bye.
I take it you were one of Mitsu's newer recruits.
Yes and no. Can I make the attempt to control the seal to get out of it?
Well, technically you probably fall out of it at this point because you've had an encounter to use it with, and it usually ends at the end of the encounter. So
Right, yeah. Okay. So yeah, get out of it.
you sort of fall back into your normal state, and as you do so, he just watches you with a raised eyebrow and kind of lets you the other way.
Yeah.
Go on back inside. It's dangerous for you little types out here.
looks up to him and be like, "Didn't you just see me?" Yeah, fine.
What was that?
She sits there and like, she's like motioning to the snow and like the ogre that just like walked off with the tail between the legs to be like, "Didn't you just see?" Fine. Like she was just, she was there kicking out ogre's butt.
She was.
Kind of.
Kind of.
Her misses, her like attack didn't keep missing. So I guess she's just gonna turn and like, I guess, walk back inside.
Alright. Well.
At this point, she is actually going to look for the room that has all of the books and stuff that Mitsu told her about.
The library, basically.
Yes, library.
Which would be the same as Tsume's, Mitsu's lab. So.
Oh, she keeps them in there?
Yep, her lab and her library are the same room.
Okay, then I guess we go up there. Whoop, whoop. Oh, and I guess she's in here too. Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah,
it is
she
her lab.
is.
This is just
It
like
is her lab.
That makes sense.
She looks back at you as you come in the room. She kind of... I guess you had some fun.
You need better guards.
Only certain types of people can be comfortable here in these kinds of realms for extended periods of time. So,
I guess.
at least when they're conscious anyway.
Right. Where are those journals?
She points to the side.
I guess Tsume's wandering over there and she's gonna start looking through the books.
What journals are you speaking of now?
Mitsu said that she kept journals that her people, or prisoners or companions, wrote and stuff. And she's looking for the one that's possibly written by the medical one. Though she doesn't know if she will actually have the lady's name in it or not.
Roll for me search.
That's gotta be fantastic, because I don't believe I have that.
You do.
I do, and I actually have ranks in it.
You did.
22.
Alright. So you're looking for various journals that her colleagues, I guess, wrote. Specifically Chinatsu.
Yes. Because it's just that name is familiar to her and stuff, and she just wants to try to find out more.
Give me just a moment.
Because, curiosity killed the cat.
Because, yes, you are a cat.
Alright.
You sort of go looking through the books, and you don't find one that was written by Chinatsu, which is the name of the medic. But you do find one where the name Chinatsu was mentioned. Though the person who seems to have wrote this was not a medic, nor were they Chinatsu. They were actually somebody by the name of Akira.
She's gonna read more into it.
The book that mentions Akira does mention Chinatsu rather reverently, because it appears that the person who is Akira, who wrote this book, cared deeply for her. and it implies that he was very close to her.
Wait, didn't I get his name?
You did.
So I would know it's the puppet person. Okay.
And he just details how he had to help to keep her moving and to try to make sure she could keep going and keep working with Mitsu and the Azaguru. Basically, it's basically just a journal from a person who enjoyed working with this particular medic.
Alright.
Yeah, and it does actually imply also that actually hold on. I think I know just what to end it on a cliffhanger if this works.
Oh?
Yep. Okay. So one of the things that really does catch your eye, like, very strongly, is Akira in the book talking about Chinatsu also mentions another name that Tsume knows. He mentions a daughter.
Oh, daughter.
That was left behind in Dataku when they couldn't get away. Shiori.
Somebody's gonna
That's where
drop
we'll end
the
it.
book. Yeah. It's just the slow motion of the book falling and hitting the floor. Okay.
Alright.
Wow! Really? Is Shiori's parents traitors? Because the journal make it sound like they were traitors. That they willingly joined the Azuguru.
No. They would not be willingly joining the Azaguru, but the book would be flavored that way. Because Mitsu would not let any books... She wants the people who put those journals together to, speak of their own travels and their own things. But whenever they go to write in it something about their own past that specifically makes it out to seem like they're against what the Azaguru is doing, she makes it a point to write that out. Because Mitsu can...
yeah. Question.
What's her thing?
How many times can Tsume go into a curse mark a day?
In a single day?
Yeah. Because I think when we come back and stuff, and we come in to Tsume realizing, oh, these are Shiori's parents working with Azuguru. Mainly Mitsu, who has lovely things of mind control.
So you're let's see. Alright. So you can do, according to the page for curse mark,
Oh, also, I need the amount of curse chakra? I can't remember the name of it. It's like some sort of points. Let me get the page. And 806. It's like a little table with the more that I get. Yeah.
So 2d4. You get 2. You spent 12 rounds. That's how many rounds you're in the Cursed Seal. And you get 2 points. 2 points of Cursed Seal pool points, rather. 2 points every round. So that's 24.
I'm sitting at 24?
Yes, you are.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That puts me at the max just before I go into being affected by a disease.
Yeah. So, go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and roll that for you now before we clout. Go ahead and roll for me a fortitude save.
11, 28.
Yay. Good.
I make it.
Hooray. Alright. So put wherever you're putting your Cursed Seal pool, knock it down to 12.
Okay.
And then for the second part of what you were saying,
so how long do I need to rest in order to heal it up?
You would need 1 point per level per evening of rest. You're at level 9. Doubled on complete bed rest. If you went
well, of course I'm going to have a complete bed rest because I need to get my chakra back. So.
Right. But you're not technically going to get that if you go right into, reading and looking at the book.
Yeah.
So,
she doesn't exactly feel tired. She slightly feels tired from.
Yeah.
The fight and stuff. It's just she wanted to go look.
If you want me to, I will count you spending time reading the book because it takes you a while to read and do stuff. I'll count.
I want to give it full rest.
Complete bed rest implies you're doing nothing. So.
Yeah, which I'm actually doing something. So.
Yeah.
I would be happy with just 2 points off.
So you don't get the complete bed rest, but you do get your chakra back.
Really? I've been sitting there that long reading?
Well, half your chakra back. 46,
23.
which is 23, 22, and 23 is 45. So, yeah.
Yeah.
You're basically healed back up. But you do not get
my health back up yet.
You don't get your health back up, and you don't get the full benefit of the double benefit for your CSP points. Because it's not complete bed rest. But it is 1 point per level per evening of rest. So you're technically level 11.
So I'll be at 1?
You'll be at 1.
Oh, that's interesting.
Fun with math and figuring out how things are supposed to work.
Yes.
So yes, your Cursed Seal points are at 1. Your health is still the same. Your chakra's back to pretty much full, and you're probably going to go into Curse Mark at the beginning of the next session.
Tsume right now is shocked, and I'm sure Mitsu's just going to sit there and possibly look up, or if not care at all, from the sound of a book dropping.
Yeah, but we'll get into that then.
Yes. Yeah. Alright,
What did you think of? Yeah.
we
Let's
need to
the
do
sign
closing
out.
out.
Yes.
Yeah, sign out. You do the first part, I do the second part, since I did the first part last time.
Sure. This has been Naruto: A New World, Tsume edition.
Stay tuned, or come back next time and watch Tsume sit there and get so angry she's gonna rip Mitsu's head off, but Mitsu's probably gonna live through it.
If Tsume ripped her head off, Mitsu would just laugh.